All right, I'm just going to continue where I left off in the other one. So if we're trying to find cosine of pi over 3, that's tall angle. Just drew it right here. Okay, so now we think, all right, if I was to think of that as a right triangle, right? Cosine is x. That's going to be the short side. And we know the ordered pair is going to be root 3 over 2 and 1/2. Which one is going to be x? The shorter one. Root 3 over 2 is longer. So the cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. Now 19 pi over 6, well, if I go around the entire circle, that's 12 pi over 6, right? So if I subtract 12 pi over 6 from 19 pi over 6 first, I get the sine of 7 pi over 6. Okay, so now that's just asking what's the sine of 7 pi over 6? Well, where is 7 pi over 6? If we're counting in sixths, it's past 6 pi over 6. So there's 7 pi over 6, which means it's a short angle, which means if I'm trying to find sine, I'm trying to find the y value, which is the small value, and it's negative because we're going down. So that's going to be negative 1/2. Moving on, this is negative, so we are going to be going the other direction. So we're going to be going this way, clockwise. So where is negative 5 pi over 4? Well, 4 pi over 4 is halfway around. So we have to go 4 pi over 4 plus an extra fourth. Okay, I like the fourth, so the middle angle. So the tangent, remember, is y over x. So what's nice about those is it's just root 2 over 2 and root 2 over 2 because we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle here. So if I take, in the second quadrant, the x is negative because we're going left and the y is positive. If I take a negative and a positive and I divide them, no matter which is on top and which is on bottom, right? Numerator, denominator, I'm going to end up with a negative value. So if I do root 2 over 2 over negative root 2 over 2, I'm going to get negative 1 because those are the same numbers, just different signs. All right, negative 13 pi over 4, if I subtract 8 fourths. Now, we're at 8 fourths. Why 8 fourths? Well, because dealing in fourths, that's 4 pi over 4. All the way around is 8 pi over 4. So if I just subtract an entire, all the way around, 8 pi over 4, and I'm going to add it because this is negative, I end up getting the sine of negative 5 pi over 4. Okay, you can also think of that all the way around. There's 4 fourths plus an extra fourth. Okay, you could think of that as well if you want to add another 8 fourths to it. That's 3 pi over 4. It's the same thing. You get the same answer. So sine is y value, and it's positive in the second quadrant, so that's just root 2 over 2. The sine of 2 pi all the way around, sine is y, so that is 0. Tangent of pi over 6, quadrant 1, short angle, remember it's y over x. So that is, I just say you memorize these, the tangent of pi over 6 and tangent of pi over 3, because you don't have to divide these numbers each time. So if I do y over x, I'm going to get, the y distance is a short one, right? So I'm going to do 1/2 over x, which is the long one, square root of 3 over 2. That ends up being keep, change, flip, 1 over root 3. Rationalize it, multiply by root 3 over root 3. I end up getting, running out of room here. I end up getting, sorry, there we go, root 3 over 3. So that's why I say just memorize it so you don't have to do that every time. Tangent of pi over 6 is just root 3 over 3. So now, let's do tangent of 2 pi. Well, tangent is, again, y over x, which you have to have memorized. So that is all the way around, right? So we're at x coordinate is 0, or sorry, X coordinate is 1, Y coordinate is 0. So that is 0 over 1. So that's just equal to 0. So 23 pi over 3 all the way around in thirds is 6 pi over 3. So I'm just going to subtract 6 pi over 3 until I get to a number I like. Okay, so I'm going to do 23 pi over 3 minus 6 pi over 3 one time around, and I end up with 17 pi over 3. Subtract another 6 and I get 11 pi over 3. Subtract another 6 and I get 5 pi over 3. Let's do that. The sine of 5 pi over 3. All right, so now I go back to my XY axis here. And erase that. All right, where is 5 pi over 3? So in terms of thirds, it's halfway around. That's 3 pi over 3, right? 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, because all the way around is 6 pi over 3. And we're not quite there yet. So here's 5 pi over 3. That's in quadrant 4. So that is a tall angle. We're asked to find sine, which is the y value, which is negative because it's going down and it's the longer one. So it's negative. Spudsy, no barking. Negative root 3 over 2. And luckily, I am finished.